All right. Well, here we are again with some Hollow Knight. Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Just gonna be planning on a calmer stream today. Possibly shorter, possibly normal length. We'll see. But yeah. So last we left off, we actually made a fair amount of progress. We got to the City of Tears and got the downward ground pound kind of attack. We also got to the other side of the city, so that's nice. Yeah, nothing else really huge has happened. I've just been kind of looking at the, I don't even know if I should call it a fallout, but it was a huge thing. People's reactions to the direct and understandably some, like, not everything on there has sparked like some level of a reaction, which again I think is the mark of a good direct, when it's just very evidently like, yeah, we have a little something here for everybody. So I that's something that I liked about this direct that happened. But besides that, things have just been kind of normal around here, and yeah, been just making sure I'm looking after things well enough. It's nice to get some Geo. So now, I don't really fully remember what my course of action through all this was. I think I got some Pale Ore, which I can use to upgrade my nail again. God, what else did I have? God, I wish I remembered. Ow. Oh, you bitch. There we go. What have we got here? Okay. More money potential. I'll take it. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna probably end up be seeing a lot of different kinds of speculative videos regarding certain large trailers that happened during that direct. So that's something. I mean, for those that are happy and excited for it, I'm excited. I'm glad you all got what you wanted. But yeah, I kind of got thrown out of whack regarding the content stuff because I was like, damn it. Like, that's gonna require some different changes regarding the following streams, but you know what? That's not a bad thing. It means I can vary up my content a little bit, which is good. Oh, thank God you're not attacking here. Hey, Combo. Hope you're doing well. I'm just getting this last bit of the city. Yeah, good to hear it. I'm just doing some exploring. Because I know what the next boss is gonna be. You know, it's the, because I remember fighting them when I didn't even have the nail upgrade before. So yeah, we're just kind of getting ready for that, as well as just seeing what else is around me. Ah, shit. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I last played this. You know what? At least the map's updated. yeah, I guess there aren't really a whole lot of other huge updates regarding things in my neck of the woods. It's mostly been the same, just looking after my brother and my dogs while we're still waiting to hear any kind of updates regarding the possible situations that I've mentioned in the past. Again, things are apparently looking all right. It just sucks that this is even happening, you know. It's not easy, but we're getting through it. Somehow. All right. Okay, so back up here. Yeah, it's most of the things I've been seeing today is just stuff regarding the direct from yesterday, which, you know, great that it's pretty much now the talk of the internet, on top of some other things. But yeah, I pretty much made my thoughts known well enough last stream. Granted, I'm now remembering some details a bit more, like apparently that Fantasy Life game that I remember seeing. I remember seeing like the 3DS one, and I always heard that it's actually really good. But I don't know. Just, well, on top of funds, and you know, I was a high school student at the time, and I couldn't really afford anything, you know. You little bitch. Oh my god, please let me fucking heal. .3DS had some bangers. Yeah, get those eShop games while you can. Get them eShop games before the cartridges end up being boosted up to about like a huge percentage of the price, because if it's not preservation, if it's either preservation by way of a fucking $60 expansion pass for a lot of the cool games that they've got, or it's no preservation at all. But I'm never really gonna not be pissed off about that expansion pass. Like, I'm not having to pay for an online service, you know. I'm used to it. Everybody's used to it to an extent. It's just the problem is like the issue at hand is just Nintendo's just not very up to date on that, which is, you know, whatever. At the very least, it was cheap. It's cheaper than PlayStation and Xbox, but that expansion pass shit pisses me off so much. It is definitely like, the kind of things that are on there are not worth the extra money that you have to pay. I will say that right now. Like, I've made my feelings known, and I'll probably end up making them known, but I don't feel like I need to refresh my thoughts on it. Just, ugh. But, I mean, at the very least, when it comes to things like the Game Boy Advance games, those are fairly emulatable, like really easy. So that's the plus out of this, I suppose, is that if you just wanted to play a Game Boy Advance game, you could just easily get emulation for it. Which, again, I wish we didn't have to do, but shit be how it is, I suppose. Oh, you asshole. There we go. Okay. Made it out of that. There we go. And you know what? I think the other thing about that direct that I would say I'm probably the most surprised about, barely, if any, people were bitching in the comments of trailers about no Silksong news. You know, related enough as a subject, I suppose, since I'm playing Hollow Knight. Like, I have to admit, that's actually, like, Silksong wanters were quite tolerable after that direct. Like, I don't mean to harp on them too much. It's just, you always encounter that kind of fan base for something that's really huge, and, you know, for its hugeness, it's also dealing with a kind of fan outcry that becomes a little overbearing. It happened with Smash, and it's happening with Silksong. I think the sequel to Breath, I think Tears of the Kingdom had a lot of that before we even knew its name. So yeah, like to not have to have heard or seen memes of no Silksong was kind of refreshing. Oh, pretty. Go for a nice dip. Is there something at the end here? So this must be what pours into the city. I hear a heartbeat, and that concerns me. You heard that too, right? But yeah, the 3DS does actually have a lot of really good games, and I've mentioned it before, but I find it really a goddamn shame that the eShop's shutting down in March this year. It feels just disappointing, but you know, I guess just get them when you can. That's it. Get Fire Emblem Echoes when you're able to. Oh, you surprised me. Hello, hello. Come in, sweetling. Come in and make yourself at home. I'm Salubra, and this is my cozy little charm store. Did the townsfolk out there tell you to come and visit me? Yes. This is a lovely little village, isn't it? Warm and intimate and full of life. What were we talking about? Oh yes, charms! I can see you've started your own collection. Very nice. I'll show you some of my own, and you can take one home with you if you like. Let's see, for 3DS, other 3DS games. There's the Phoenix Wright 3DS games, which I haven't played, but I hear are really good. 3DS Virtual Console. You know, so if you want to get yourself a bunch of Game Boy and Game Boy Color games, like it's actually how I have Pokemon Crystal is on my 3DS. You know, there's that. Radiant Historia, the Perfect Chronology. You need that's a get that. Yeah, that just occurred to me. Yeah, get that one. I don't know, like. There are a lot of really good 3DS games that, frankly, should be gotten when you're able to. Just, yeah. Although, in the words of Masahiro Sakurai, it's actually quite easy to hack your 3DS. So, I mean, if you've got the SIM card for it, or not the SIM card, the SD card for it, you do that. That's always an option. Okay, so charms, Lifeblood Heart. Have you ever drunk a bright blue liquid, Lifeblood? It's a bit of a taboo, but it makes you feel much healthier, doesn't it? This charm keeps lifeblood, and this charm seeps lifeblood, and you will certainly improve your constitution. Now, the wield's adorable, sometimes be a little longer. I'm actually fine with my nail length. I love how simple design it is on the fellow. Very classy. It's made out of a nice, solid, heavy material. Wear it, and you'll be able to stay firmly in place when swinging your little nail around. I think that gets rid of knockback. kind of nice. Ooh, additional notches. Might buy those, actually. Set in the center. I've heard the crystals help you to focus, so that's something you're interested in should take this beauty home. I don't know what that means. Are you a spellcaster? Learn any spells, you buy this charm for yourself, make spells stronger. Okay. Well, I'm going to buy these. Wait. Why can't I? Oh. I need to own more charms? I guess I'll buy the... let's save it. Wrong pause button. There we go. Alright, well, with another notch, I can get something else on. Draw more soul from enemies. That's a decent idea. Reflect the desired soul sanctum improves the bear's ability to cast spells. Most of it scratch, but still there. Cause the bear to emit a heroic odor. Does this make me have a stinko cloud? Because I think I got that from the dung guy. Yup. Makes me have poopy smell. The shell is not indestructible and will shatter if it absorbs too much damage. I think this one was one that I really knew was good. But I think I'm good with what I've got now. Okay, so I got City of Tears. Well, there's still more in City of Tears, I think, as far as what things to get. Plus, I can check to see if I can purchase a nail upgrade from the blacksmith. So let's head back there, and then we will go for the mantis stuff. But yeah, this and I guess the recent direct alongside possible other announcements down the line have really shown that this is going to be a stacked year for games, and it's gonna be that classic gamer dilemma of just having so many kinds of it's gonna be choice paralysis, you know? You're just not able to pick anything due to how many options you've got of games you know you like, or that you know you're going to like. Just insane. Insane the amount of stuff that is coming out. You keep mentioning Nintendo. I'm glad Sega's... Hold on. You keep mentioning Nintendo. I'm glad Sega's reusing one of their older IPs. Imagine... Oh. Something just attacked me. Imagine a new Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio, which Team Reptile is making S-game of, Billy Hatcher, or Space Channel 5. Billy Hatcher is dead, I think. Like, that game, like... God, I remember playing a bit of that game in the multiplayer, and neighborhood kids that played with me would get pissed off at that I won because the neighbor kid that I played with is kind of known for being like... kind of known for, like, not liking losing a whole lot, you know? Like, when he lost, he was a bit of a sore loser. And I guess that's part of the reason why he played with me, is because I never really could beat him at certain things like Mario Party and shit. Or Mario Kart. The Jet Set Radio? Yeah, I know of that. I know of the game that you are speaking of. And I do think it looks interesting. Let's see. So Jet Set Radio is one that I would agree for. If the stars aligned, then you know, that'd be cool to see, but I'm not holding my breath for it, honestly, because that would be a really out of left field thing. Granted, that Samba de Amigo game is also a real out of left field new game, but Jet Set Radio would be out of left field for a different reason. Okay, so the Mantis Village is down that way. Yeah, they probably won't. Yeah, because the problem with games like that where they have a very devoted cult following, like they have a very strong cult following, despite how low they sold. See, this is where I can kind of agree with some companies and developers regarding like making new versions of, or porting, or making wholesale a new game, where it's like, yes, they could do it. They have the resources and the budget and the people, but the problem is if they're going to end up recouping a lot of that cost in sales, because, you know, if they pour resources into buying a game for a series that already had a niche fandom, and then not many people, because it's only a niche game, buy it when it's out, it's just like, well, what do you expect to happen? But, you know, that's getting into like other things. But I mean, I guess the true real test in terms of people's making sure people are invested in an idea would be to port certain games over. I mean, I've mentioned before, you know, port some. There are other kinds of games that are super popular and beloved, but would be good to port. I guess the best example would be the Metroid Prime remaster, because, you know, people's opinions over how they feel about the graphics aside, that's a pretty big one. And as I mentioned in the previous stream, a friend and I talked about why the first one? Why specifically do remastered graphics and port the first game for a full $40 when it doesn't seem like there's anything new added on? And I told him this, and I said to him essentially that the reason would probably be because they wanted to test the waters to see how invested people would be in the Metroid Prime series, whether it be porting the other two Prime games or, you know, seeing how much interest is in 4 to see, we know we're gonna do Prime 4 because if we cancel it, people will be pissed. But, you know, like, how soon should we do it? How invested are people in this property? When should we announce this? You know, like, how dedicated? Like, yeah. So let that. I think that's probably it. Like, I'm not gonna say that that's obviously the answer, but I think that's an answer as to why just Prime 1. They're likely doing this to see how many people are willing to stay in tune with Metroid Prime. And the answer is, I definitely know a few people that immediately jumped on that. And we're likely going to end up seeing a lot of Metroid Prime Let's Plays because of it. Why do you think they may have done Samba? Good fucking question. That's a very, very good question that I really honestly wish I had the answer to. That felt very different because I didn't even know what Samba was until I saw the direct. So that feels even less. That feels like even less of a. That feels like a very what moment in the same vein as like. That. The only thing that would have probably thrown me for a loop harder was if they suddenly announced a new Viva Pinata game, you know? Like that's how abrupt it felt. Because, like, I didn't know what the hell that Samba de Amigo was. I don't think many people really knew until they saw the direct. And according to what I've heard, apparently the last game in that series was on the Wii. Or no. Yeah, it was on the Wii. So there you go. Like, it's that if there was any port that felt like the most head scratch, or any new thing that felt head scratching, it was that. But, you know, if people are happy and excited for it, then that's good for them. Good for them. Happy that they get their game. But yeah, Samba, I literally could not tell you the answer. The only reason why I would imagine Metroid Prime, like, the only reason I have that Metroid Prime speculation is due to Prime 4 still being in development and the Prime trilogy being a really hot topic of potential portability to the Switch, since, you know, Prime trilogy exists on the Wii and people love the Wii port of those games. So, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, we just head back this way, get my soul back. Yeah. Go to the left. We gotta head down. But yeah, a lot of people are also making speculation over how this could end up being this, like, sometime soon we may end up seeing the end of the Switch. And though the pattern seems to emerge that suggests, yeah, that may be the case, I don't want to say that is entirely true. I think we'll end up seeing like some kind of, I don't want to say a Switch 2, but we are probably going to get something hardware-wise, considering the trend that people have put forward that, you know, I've seen and kind of understand is when a console is super successful for Nintendo, they get very, very like set in their ways about the hardware in terms of its any new stuff around it. Like, think of some of the best-selling and well-received hardware that Nintendo's put out, and you'll see that those lasted a good number of years because of the just sheer level of things they've done to it, either done for it or to it, whether it be the amount of games it's got or the different versions of that one thing that was out. Like, think of the amount of different types of DSs that are out now, and I'm not counting just 3DSs. So I don't think we are gonna see like a full-on new console, like probably an enhanced Switch, but I wouldn't say Switch 2. I don't know, because I do agree that there should be some kind of new hardware situation for the Switch that can help it be a bit more powerful, because, you know, devs kind of have a lack of ability on the on power with some games, but I think again, other people are definitely more qualified in terms of talking about the technical stuff than I am in regards to video games that are very much like, oh no, this can easily be ported, this looks fine. So, yeah. Because Lord knows if the Switch ever did get something a bit more powerful that probably would likely affect its portability, it would also really affect its ability to run various kinds of games that, you know, could be ported a bit better. And even some other games that were already ported could look and play a little more cleanly. So, yeah. I mean, even just upgrading the cooling system would probably help, because, man, whenever I play a little bit of Triangle Strategy, I can hear the fan kind of going a little hard. So, yeah. Which I guess is also my way of saying, if you're gonna play Triangle Strategy, get it on PC. Like, if you don't really see yourself playing games on the go that often, just get it on PC. Or even if you're gonna game on the go, get it on PC, because the Steam Deck's a thing. And I think that, you know what? That's the other thing. The Steam Deck exists. And though the Steam Deck lacks what the Switch has over it, which is availability, it existing means that Nintendo has competition that it knows they need to, well, I wouldn't say that they really would care to try and compete with it, but it would at the very least light a fire under their ass over trying to get it, you know, to get upgraded for it. Albeit, again, the only reason why I think that they haven't had any kind of upgrade idea, like, no, we should definitely do something about our Switch stuff and services to make people want to buy our Switch over the Steam Deck, is that the Steam Deck, you can't really buy it as easily as a Switch. So, yeah. Convenience is one hell of a marketing ploy. Like, you make something convenient enough for somebody to want to play in a particular way, and they'll probably go for it anyway. Like, I've heard people say, like, oh no, it would suck if GameCube games were made available only by on the Switch via the expansion pack, but the fact that it's just literally right there and I just need to pay extra money for it, yeah, you know? So, convenience, yeah. Anyway, I think I'm actually close to the boss fight, so how about we fight? I'm gonna drink a little water before we keep going. Oops. There we go. Well, I didn't go to the guy with the ore, but I probably couldn't afford it anyway. It's expensive to get your nail upgraded. Where's the... Ah, there we are. But yeah, I guess I don't really know what other kinds of gaming news is going to be, you know, coming around outside of E3, except, you know, kind of not E3. That's yeah. I don't know, like, I said it before, but I really am both surprised and not surprised, because it's like the format of E3 has essentially been rendered moot thanks to thanks to publishers now being able to afford their own means of news dropping. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, something felt kind of Super Bowl Sunday-ish of E3, you know? Gather your friends, watch some trailers, watch some press people try to not be cringe on stage, or watch some gaming execs not be cringe on stage, or to hear Reggie say, "My body is ready." I don't know. Part of me is going to kind of miss that, which, I mean, again, E3's not going anywhere, but let's face it, with With all of the major publishers ducking out of it, it's just like, what's the point? Oop. I did not mean to do that. Okay, boss fight. Mantis Lords. I like this theme. There we go. Oh shit, I was trying to look at the chat. There we go. Why did I jump? I thought it was a different angle. Okay, one down. Ah, shit. Jumped right on top of me. Cool fight. I just, it's been a hot minute since I fought them. Also, I need to get to a closer bench. Yeah, nice animation too. Yeah, this game's very nicely animated. If there's something with a lot of games recently that has really been nice to see, is that pixel art and 2D animation, like hand-drawn stuff and pixel art, both of those having this massive resurgence has been really, really nice to see. Albeit, someone I watch sometimes on stream had talked about how it feels like a lot of it is meant to invoke the whole nostalgia crowd, you know, like trying to bring back the good old nostalgia days, and I won't deny that that is indeed that can be indeed the case, but if it's a good game, then nostalgia pandering should not really matter, I think. Like, well, it should only matter when it's incredibly blatant. Now, why, like, how do I mean by blatant? How I mean is like, oh, this, like, oh, this, it's when a game, like, seems like it's trying too hard to ape back to the good old days. And what I mean, it's when it feels like that's all it's got going for it, you know? Like, oh, play our game because it's like this game. Like, yeah, you can have influences and definitely state your influences. That's what Nine Souls did for the demo that I played on Open Couch, but there was more to Nine Souls besides it being a 2D Metroidvania with Sekiro-style combat. there's more to this game than it having elements from Symphony of the Night, you know? There's more to Shovel Knight other than it having influences from classic platformers of the NES era, you know? Like what I'm meaning by all this is just... Hey, fellas. Just dudes chilling in a hot spring. All right. Hell yeah. But it shouldn't feel like it's congratulating itself for the influences it's taking. So, and I think that's the difference between like bad and good influence, I suppose, of retro games. But again, if the game's good, this shouldn't really matter. If the game's good, it shouldn't matter. So, yeah. It's like, I guess it's probably the same thing as with my problem with Engage. Like, Fire Emblem Engage, to me, my interest in that has died down significantly, and from what I've heard from other people, I seem to have gotten on the right ball about that. But apparently the gameplay is good, so it's like, okay, well, if people like the gameplay enough, then that's fine, you know? I don't know what the game's current sales figures are. They probably aren't as high as Three Houses were, because Three Houses was fucking insane. Like, I couldn't escape. Like, that game was inescapable. But if the gameplay of Engage is good enough and people like it, it's like, okay. Like, yeah. So there you go. There's my little talk about like the pandering of retro games and how it can be done well and not done well. It all just depends, I think, in terms of how the game goes about using its influences. This thing can fart through walls. There's a little ledge here. Huh. Good talk? Yeah. It's just I think the other thing is like I think the other thing in terms of like pandering in a bad way would be like, despite the good elements of it, it'd be like a game wanting to not include, or God forbid include, some things that are indeed aspects of games past that just did not need to resurface again, like a live system. Only probably like you can, like, look at the screen right now and tell me how a live system would improve a video game. Do that. I challenge you to that idea. I'm gonna guarantee to you that most people wouldn't want that, because live systems are not fun out. So that's something that a lot of these retro platformer things definitely are, you know, not as keen on keeping, because it's kind of a really archaic thing. So there you go. I'm just of the mind that if a game's good, it shouldn't matter if it wears some of the influences it has on its sleeve. So, yeah. This means another health. Fuck yeah. 6. Now that I have a closer bench, I should be able to make it to the Mantis Lords without much problem. But yeah, I mean, like... I just hope for good video games. That's really it. That's all I hope for. Good video games and people agreeing about good video games. But we don't live in a perfect world, so sometimes that just doesn't happen. Really? I choose like this. I get notified about this now. Okay, sorry about that. I've been having a very invasive, well, yeah, it is invasive. I've been having an invasive notification suddenly crop up almost at random. Sometimes I go a full day without having it happen. And it's something that I know I need to take care of, but it's something I can't really afford to do right now, so yeah. Good game. Good game. Hollow Knight is a good game, and Silk Song will probably be a good one. They'll release it and give news when they want to, so you just need to be patient. Be patient, gamers. I don't know why I turned into Tommy Wiseau for that part there, but that certainly is what the bit is gonna be for this. Hey, it's Tommy Wiseau playing Hollow Knight. I got addicted to this game after Lisa made fun of my tiny cock and balls. After my movie The Room had done really horribly in the box office, I got super depressed and used some of the proceeds from the movie to buy this game. I have no idea, like, I've never seen The Room, so I have no idea if that's what Tommy Wiseau actually sounds like. Literally, the most exposure I've gotten to that man's voice is through that memeified joke, like, new Joker video. Hi everybody, it's Tommy Wiseau, creator of The Room, and I'm going to announce the live-action Hollow Knight series. The main character will be played by me and one of my good friends. And Hornet will be played by another good friend. I don't even know where's Tommy Wiseau from? Like, I have no idea, like, I can't place that man's accent. Oh, god damn it, you tripped me up. God damn it, I mistimed that. I'm really terrible about a lot of my timings with this, huh? Actually, wait, no. The Room would Tommy Wiseau would probably play the map guy. Yeah, he'd play Cornifer. Or Cornifer. I forget if... Is it Cornifer or Cornifer? I forget. But I feel like that could probably fit. I don't know. And plus, I mean, video game adaptations have definitely been making a comeback as far as their quality. So who knows? Maybe a Hollow Knight movie wouldn't exactly be too out of the ball. Albeit, it'd be hard to do considering, you know, Hollow Knight's narrative and the way it's told. It's probably the reason why I mentioned this before, but I'm super, like, both skeptical and hyped for the Hyper Light Drifter TV series, which is like, I want to say yes to this, but I just don't know. I just don't know. I want to be excited about that idea, but it just feels so... I just... I just don't know what to think about that announcement, because like, for some games being made into TV shows, like The Last of Us, feels like a no-brainer, especially for The Last of Us, thanks to, you know, that game essentially being a TV show as a game, which, you know, is not exactly the most popular or, what's the word? It's not the most, like, popular statement. Well, it is a popular statement to say, but it's popular because it's kind of true. It's like, you think of The Last of Us as narrative, and it's like, it's either a movie, a super long movie, or a TV series that would actually be really good, live action or what have you. And yeah. Still not the biggest fan of the kind of, like, dumb stuff people end up saying when it comes to The Last of Us as a game. But I've beaten my dead horse in terms of that subject. There we go. Heal up a little. Okay, so far so good. There we go. Did that do it? Hey. Kienzon never hits when it's supposed to. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Krillin, why aren't you using your Kienzon? Or Mantis Lords, why aren't you using your Kienzon? Oh, well, that thing never really tends to hit when I want it to. It's only got like a 70%. It's only got like a 50% accuracy, just like Blizzard in Pokemon. Also, I see that health upgrade. Also, hey there, Iceleo. This place gives me the creeps. Vicious little creatures bursting out all over the place, and the passages are dark, twisting maze. Are a dark, twisting maze. Unless you're well prepared, I'd urge you to leave. Though if you're feeling strong enough to descend, would you like to buy my map? Please. Even in dark peril, where I could certainly face a cave-in and die, capitalism always stays on top. Deep Nest. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna go straight into Deep Nest right now. But yeah, we just beat the Mantis Lords, which now means when I hang out in the Mantis Village, the Mantises will be cool with me. Yeah, see, they bow to me. They're cool with me now, unless I attack them, in which case they will not be cool with me, because I'll have just attacked a random citizen. But yeah, that Mantis Lord's fight is kind of awesome, no lie. I actually really like it a lot. Bench. Okay. I'm gonna see what's around here. And then I guess we could go into the Deep Nest. Might as well. Although I did want to go to the City of Tears to get some other things. To get like my nail upgraded. Why did I jump straight into those? What did I think was gonna happen? Nah, I don't think I can make that jump. And we have here... Hollowness Seal. Isn't Deep Nest where Hornet's from? I have no idea. Like, if there's... Listen, I barely follow a whole lot of lore regarding things like Bloodborne or Dark Souls or Elden Ring. God, especially Elden Ring. I don't know shit about that one. But I also don't really know a whole lot about the lore surrounding this game. I know there is lore, but I just don't really follow it super dedicatedly as other people do, because that's where VatiVidya comes in, you know? That's where Let's Players who actually want to talk about the lore to a super huge depth come in. And I mean, I have gotten, you know, Cliff's notes regarding this game's story and what the different things about it are like. It's just, yeah, I just don't really commit too much of it to memory. I just kind of follow it along and be like, okay. But I still, at the very least, will say that this is easier to follow than Elden Ring. Particularly because, for you to hear, Ice, in case you ever want to follow a lore and get super dedicated to it, Elden Rings is not hard to follow because of the ideas around it. It's hard to follow because too many of the characters' names sound similar to each other. Like, there's way too much alliteration going on with some of the names. Too many names start with M, too many names start with God, too many... And it's just hard to keep track, because it's like, okay, wait, it's not... So it's Godfrey that did X thing? No, Godric did X thing, Godfrey did Y thing. Not the X thing. It's like, come on. You couldn't, like... I get the names sound cool, but you couldn't just... You couldn't have just you couldn't have just called one of them Jim or something. I don't know. Couldn't have been Jim the Grafted or something to be the guy that has a dragon arm and covered in arms and gold? It had to be Godric, and you had Godfrey and Godwin. It's like, come on. It's like me whenever I encountered another Will at school. I'm like, no, now roll call is going to get really confusing. You have to not call yourself that. No. In any case, yeah, let's see, so we got that, so we can head to the City of Tears, actually. Get ourselves upgraded for our weapon. And then after that, we could try... Let's take a look at the full map. So, City of Tears. Found a good amount of that, found that elevator. I still haven't gotten that little segment over there. There's a segment near the elevator. The Royal Waterways has a couple things I haven't found, but I could probably go back when I have more movement upgrades. Yeah. And then I have not gone into the Fogs thing. I forget the name of it, but it's the thing above the Queen Station. I haven't gotten that yet. So maybe that could be it to round out this area before going to Deep Nest. So yeah, I think that's a plan. But yeah, at the very least, when it comes to this game, like, there aren't as many characters, for one, and two, they don't have names that sound super similar to each other. I think the worst offenders, I guess, regarding the similar names hard to follow situation is Melania and Melina. Like, those are literally a couple letters away from sounding exactly the same. Very different characters, but their names look like, passing glance, you could not tell if there was a difference between the two. Sometimes in Elden Ring streams, I'd caught myself saying Melina when I was saying Melania, you know? So, yeah. It's my little rant about Elden Ring lore, I guess. But I don't follow Elden Ring lore, so it does not matter to me in any capacity. Also, it looks like I need to find another way into the city. Right? Can't I just... Really? I don't have any other... That doesn't feel right. I mean, I could go by way of the Royal Waterways. It's not ideal, but I could do it. I'll just be going through the Royal Pooper Sewer. And if there's Melinoe, but that's a whole other game. Yeah, there's Hades too as well, but I think the second that you get into like trying to bring connections of a roguelike made by an indie company to one of the most highly revered and anticipated video games of the past few years. Yeah, that goes into like the red string on conspiracy board stuff. All I see is Elden Ring, Charlie. All I'm seeing here is Elden Ring. See, there's this girl named Melina who comes over to your site of grace and offers you an accord. But then there's Melania, who's apparently the Blade of Miquella. Hardest fight in the game. It took me about 30, 50, 100 tries. Probably more to beat her. I don't know, I lost track after my fourth shot of Jack Daniels. And then there's Melinoe, who's a character in Hades. Probably doesn't seem related on the outset. But then, you see how similar their names are just from the first letter. I guess alongside Bill Dungeon Inspector, we could have, oh God, what? It'd be something game conspiracy theorist. Also, that guy's got stink clouds. I think I know what I'm supposed to do with this guy. I need to put on my poopy badge. And I call it the poopy badge because you literally emit a stink cloud because I beat up a dung beetle fight. Hey man, I smell like the dude. Will you break through this floor, please? No? Okay. Oh my, there was a hidden wall there. God damn it. Wait, does the odor damage? I guess the odor does damage. There we are. Okay, so this is how I'm supposed to do it. Please don't explode. Ah, yes, the mysterious crying from the darkness. I shall walk towards it. Hey, I mean, that's how you find a lot of good stuff here. It's how you find hidden walls. It's how you find, it's how you find the little grub friends, because they're adorable and I want plushes of them. It's how you find a lot of stuff in Metroidvania sometimes. And Silent Hill too, I guess. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. And then this way, and then there. Hey, friend. Oh, please don't leave me behind. You forgot about me. I knew you would. Everyone always forgets about me. Oh, who are you? Your face. You're so... I'm sorry. I got lost. I don't know how I ended up here. You came here to rescue me. Me, Bretta? The girl that everyone just ignores? Sorry, when I look at your face, I just can't believe you came all the way down here to rescue me. I didn't think anybody... Sorry, I mean, thank you. I mean, I'd better go. Back to town, I better get home. Thank you. Aw, poor girl. Yeah, okay, so I was wrong. The stink cloud that she had wasn't similar to what I have. It's so there's like a corrupting force that's supposed to be in the form of an orange haze that a lot of the inhabitants can end up getting influenced by. So that's what that's what she just had. She got she had one too many orange crushes at the sleepover and was like, "Oh, I'm starting to see things around me." Radiance? Yeah, it's the orange crush radiance. Sorry I missed you. Yeah, Dirtmouth. Okay. All right. Can I actually make it up here? I don't think I can. No, I can't. Damn it. There we are. Okay. Am I even able to head out this way? I don't even know. What kind of bug is a blowfish? Good question. I might... Hold on. That's actually a good question if there's a bug like that. Bug that can expand. Western conifer seed bugs. Does not look like this. Western conifer seed bug has become a nuisance to pests to some New York residents. The bug has the habit of entering buildings and the onset of cold weather in the late summer or early fall as it seeks a protected site to spend the winter. These bugs do not bite or sting, nor do they cause damage to the home. They will, however, give off a pungent odor. Oh, so they're stink bugs. Well, I don't think there is any kind of blowfish bug. Blowfish bug. Nope. I literally... Okay, why the... Well, I now know that apparently there's a type of shoe called Blowfish Malibu. What? Alright, that's something I didn't expect to end up finding out about today. That is indeed a thing that I have now dedicated brain cells to learning. Like, I'm gonna assume that maybe they just thought the design idea was nice to have a blowfish enemy. I mean, it's unique, but I'm not gonna really dock the game any points just because, you know, one thing wasn't a bug. There we go. Yeah, insects are a kind of weird thing to want to learn about. Well, not weird to want to learn about. Weird to learn about, considering how many different types there are and how variance and weird shit in nature happens with them all the time. Like with the Cordyceps fungi, the stuff that inspired The Last of Us. Okay, so yeah, this odor actually damages enemies. That's kind of nice, actually. I like that. Actually, it kind of looked like a blobfish. Have y'all seen the picture of what a blobfish looks like in its actual natural environment? It looks very, very different. Because, like, the only reason why the blobfish looks like how it does when it's not in water is quite literally because its body is built to sustain those deeper waters. Also, I hear another crying thing, but I can't go to it right now. I saw a bench, but I can't exactly get... Well, I can get to it, but I don't think I want to right now. Ow. I'm gonna actually... I actually don't remember the full picture of what a blobfish looks like. Yeah. It looks fairly normal. Like, it just looks kind of like a normal fish. It's just when it gets out of water, it just turns into what we know as a blobfish. God damn, 3,000 plus feet below sea level. And yeah, tissue damage is what made it look like the way it looks. How the fuck does a fisherman manage to get that thing out from 3,000 plus feet below? Like, did you have to get that thing from that distance below? Was a salmon really that out of the equation? Or I don't know, what's a saltwater fish that's really popular? Redfish? Or how about tuna? Was tuna was tuna just not exciting enough? You wanted to drag some poor creature out from super low depths of the ocean? Okay, yeah, I can't get through there. Now, if only I knew... Where was the guy that I could give my stuff to? The collectibles I found. Can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, me thinks maybe they just kind of kept with the bug aesthetic, but kind of made up a lot of things. Like, there are some real-world kind of influences of bugs here and there, like with the dung defender that I fought for this badge, but fair to say, I think maybe not all bugs are going to be super true-to-life accurate. Although, how hilarious would it be if somebody... Actually, I'm gonna look up something. What kind of mods exist for Hollow Knight? Okay, Hollow Knight Nexus. Godmaster Helper, charms cost 1, damage limit. Pogo Master, the floor is lava. Just pogo off of terrain, okay. Okay, a mod that makes you permanently fly. Invincibility. Radiant Soul, where all enemies go down with one hit. Okay, I was thinking there would be a... I thought it'd be funny if there would be a potential mod where it replaces the main character and all of the insects with hyper-realistic photos of actual real-world insects. Deep-sea fishing must be a major adrenaline rush. I guess. I mean, I fished out in the ocean before, but all I got was motion sickness and some blackfin tuna. So maybe there's an appeal that I'm missing or something. I think I'll be happy just fishing for doing catch and release with some bass and walleye. Thank you very much. And some yeah. Yeah, let's go turn in for the new nail upgrade. Get ourselves a stronger weapon. I don't know. I just don't... I mean, maybe it's not the fisherman's fault regarding getting that blobfish up. Maybe it was just one of those situations where sometimes something in nature ends up where it's not supposed to be. Much like those carp that fly out of the Missouri River, or the Mississippi River, or God, what's another one? Or the or that one fish in New Guinea that supposedly has very human-like teeth. Okay, let's go upgrade. You ever see that super fake-looking purple cuttlefish marine researchers fond of using for their sub-camera? I better not regret looking this up. So, purple cuttlefish. Oh, that thing. Oh, yeah. It does look like a squeaker toy, yeah. Actually, that's... Yeah, it looks like a... So you say it's super fake looking, but it's totally real, right? Yeah, that's cute. Honestly, yeah, it is cute. The reason why I think it looks fake is because the eyes make it look like they're drawn on with Sharpie. I think that's it. Like it looks like they were drawn on with Sharpie, like you're trying to make a custom Lego expression. Oh, you've returned. I see you have some pale ore, a rare fine material that. Give me the ore and some geo for my efforts, and I'll reforge your nail to make it stronger. How much? Oh, yeah, I can afford that. Good thing I went through all that. As you wish. I'll get to work then. Get some water in my system while this cool cutscene plays.
Garadel Akari.
There we go. The reforging is complete. I've added a channel to your nail. It should cut more efficiently. You'll find it stronger than it used to be. Head out there and test its blade. They were smack-talking it when they found it, but eventually said it was cute too. Yeah, it just looks so... I don't know how to put it. It looks like a photoshopped thing, but it's totally real. Oh, I like the nail design here. That's nice. Yeah, it's got like a fuller that you'd see in a sword. I like that. That's nice. Excuse me, I had a hiccup. Alright, so now that we've got that, probably could explore a bit more of the waterways. I don't know though about the waterways. Not really sure. There's still the fog canyon that I could go through, but then there's yeah. Yeah, I think Fog Canyon may be next after I take a look at the last bit here that I've got to see. Yeah, let's do that. What's your favorite bug? I don't think I have one. Honestly, I don't think I have one. That's like, I don't think I have one, and I'm not really sure if I want to have one because I wouldn't say I hate bugs. I just kind of, I just kind of prefer some of them. I don't know. But I just have a distant deal with bugs. I'm not afraid of them, but I just find them more annoying, if anything, and I can't really say I would find a favorite in something that I find annoying sometimes. I could probably say my least favorite is the common housefly or the cockroach. Favorite? Maybe bees? I like bees. They make honey, and honey's really, really awesome. Okay, I can't get up there. Yeah, so looks like it is to Fog Canyon. Yep. Actually, wait, wasn't there the ancient basin? That ancient basin thing, what is that? Because, I mean, bees are an insect, so I guess I'll say bees. Not wasps, though. I forget, was it hornets or wasps that are able to make honey as well? Because I remember that's something that was brought up of like, oh man, bees are going extinct or they're becoming endangered. Where will the sources of honey come from? It's like, well, this bug is capable of making honey as well. The only difference is that it's going to be a bit different in terms of taste. Forget which one it was, though. Yeah, that was the ancient basin. Oh wait, no, I know what that is. The ancient basin. That was where I got the pale ore that I have. Right? Yeah. This was the ancient basin. Palace grounds, tramway. Yeah, a lot of stuff that I don't think I was prepared fully for that place, especially since it's so dark. I like Daddy Longlegs. I think it was green hornet species. Wait, aren't Daddy Longlegs spiders? Like, are spiders counting as insects now? Because I thought those were just arachnids. Unless Daddy Longlegs is not an arachnid in the same way an albatross, like, I don't know. Is a Daddy Longlegs an insect or an arachnid? I don't know. I don't keep up with this terminology. Technically, they are not arachnids. It's weird. Categorizing animals is such a strange thing to do. Well, strange in the sense that it gets confusing because it's like, this thing clearly looks close enough to this other thing, but why is it not being called under that category? Like, how different is it from the rest of its crowd for it to be called something like that, you know? Oh, it's faster. Yeah, because it's got a fuller in it.
Fun little sword fact for all of you. The reason why you see some blades with fullers is so that the blade does not weigh as much, but so that you can swing it more proficiently between each strikes.
They do not have 8 legs? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a bit more of a concrete reason. I'm talking about the reasons where it's like, technically they tend to have this kind of behavioral trait, whereas other arachnids have this kind of trait, and it's like, please, a straightforward answer. Thank God I can kill these things in one hit. I know what I need here. I don't have what I need here to be able to do what they ask me. I'm missing an upgrade. God damn it. I'm just trying to get up. Okay, so there's also something really far to the left, but I don't think I could get to that either, so guess to Fog Canyon it is. Or maybe perhaps I could go to, I think there was a crystal spot that I didn't go to when I had the chance to run into it. But yeah, some species of green hornet is actually a major pollinator in North America. What we think of as traditionally honeybees are actually invasive. Really? Huh. Odd. More you know, yeah, I guess so. So it's hornets, alright. Well, either way, ow. Either way, it is a shame whenever you hear about a species that is getting on the verge of endangered to extinct, because, yeah. It's just a shame. I hate the noises those things make. It sounds like me whenever I'm trying to drink water and it goes down the wrong pipe. All right, let's get that written down. Yeah, let's head back to the wastes. And then we can do... Then we can head over to... Actually, the crystal mines, because I know for certain there's an upgrade there that I need. Especially for that one area in the waterways here. Same sound as when I eat mini wheat cereal. Feral noises. Or no, it's me. It's me when I'm ever presented with free pizza. I just go feral and manage to consume it in about 2 to 3 bites. Ooh. Okay, good thing I found that. Oh wait, no, it's also me to gyros. Gyros are like a big food weakness of mine. So I just kind of go a little, I don't know, I go ham on a lot of different kinds of food I like. Like, I get, my dad kind of tells me like, you really ought to savor your food sometimes, and it's like, I am savoring it. I taste it when I eat it, and it tastes good. Therefore, I want to eat it, like, a lot. Eat it, eat it, eat it. I need to actually go on the upper way this time. Let's see, so I'm still trying to think. So we thought of Bob Dungeon Inspector, or no, Bill Dungeon Inspector. Who would be the video game conspiracy theorist? And no, I don't want to, and no, don't say game theory. I don't watch him anymore, and frankly, I'm not really that into his stuff. It's like this needs to be somebody who's like this has got to be somebody who is like unhinged to a dangerous extent kinds of conspiracy stuff, like trying to draw connections. Whoever recorded that sound effect ought to be examined. Whoever made that sound effect, I want to study them. I want to study under them. I want to be like, hey man, how'd you make that noise? Because I think about it, and it's just like, I'm always a big proprietor of wanting to try and expand the amount of things that I can, kind of noises that I can make on my own. Because sometimes I like being the noise guy. It's fun. It's fun to be the noise guy sometimes. Okay, so here we are. I could go to the Forgotten Crossroads and... yeah, I think that may be it. Let's go to the Forgotten Crossroads and head to the crystal place that I spotted before. Polygon is the game conspiracy channel. No, but we need actually, no, wouldn't that... I was about to say, wouldn't that be Kotaku? But no, Kotaku's just horseshit. Kotaku's just bullshit. God, what would... I'm trying to think of, like, what would a generic-sounding office person's name be for a conspiracy theorist for video games, like how we came up with Bill Dungeon Inspector? Like, it's got to be on the same level as Larry from Pokemon, you know? Like, somebody who somehow has this high sense of charisma and has it, or may have an interesting job, but just has this most standard appearance and name possible when they're in an occupation that is otherwise not that way. Also, I should probably take this off when I'm not here, because if they take enough damage, they start attacking me. Have you seen him trying to figure out Kingdom Hearts? Who, Larry? You know what? Since I mentioned the name Jeff before in terms of the Elden Ring stuff, how about Jim? How about Jim, video game conspiracy theorist? Polygon. I think Jim works. Polygon sounds too much like it. Polygon sounds too much like a possible fan creation of an Eevee evolution. I need to find a bench to take this thing off. Actually, no, I'm out of the Vantis Village. I'm good. No, I was talking about the existing channel, but if we're going with flat names, Brian. Oh, Brian's a good one. But I think keep it to one syllable. Like, I think maybe keep it to one syllable. I think that also adds a bit of character, ironically. to a game that sounds so without character, or to a character that sounds without character. Lloyd? No, Lloyd's too cool of a name. Are you kidding me? Lloyd's too cool sounding of a name to be a regular office worker. I appreciate, like, I'll keep these names in mind in case we come up with another person who's supposed to be like generic video game occupational person. Let's see. Well, oh God. Yeah, so it'd be Jim. What would another one of those be? So we have Jim, the video game conspiracy theorist. Bill, dungeon inspector. Rich? Oh, Rich is good. Actually, yeah, Rich is really good. Actually, no, Rich is perfect because then whenever he spouts a really crazy theory, you just have the character standing off to the side, sitcom fashion, with their hands on their hip and go, "That's Rich." There you go. Yeah, perfect. All right, I'm taking this thing off. It's useful, but I'm getting kind of annoyed by the stink. Rich lore. Oh, Rich lore. No, no. Their last name has to be their occupation. I feel it's funnier. It's like how whenever somebody says John Pokemon, you know, like it's kind of a bit of a gag to have the occupation or subject be the last name. All right, so what's this? Freely given by the Mantis tribe to those they respect, greatly increase the range of the bear's nail, allowing them to strike foes further away. It's 3 notches, so I don't have enough to afford for it. Let's take this. Why not? Unless I find something different. Actually, don't you have anything different to sell? Oh. Yeah, okay, you had delicate charms. But yeah, I mean, we didn't come up with a last name for Bill Dungeon Inspector, so I think keeping it to Rich Video Game Conspiracy Theorist would be just fine. All right, Forgotten Crossroads. Dungeon Inspector isn't his last name. So for Bill Dungeon Inspector, Bill Dungeon Inspector is kind of on the same level of being like a strange elder being that just happens to look like a regular house inspector with a baseball cap on and like a printed company polo shirt and jeans and work boots. Like, no one knows his last name, but he no one knows his last name, but he is a helpful entity so long as you're able to follow within his guidelines, or his patrons' guidelines, rather. So yes, his last name is Dungeon Inspector, and you can only ever call him Bill. Not Mr. Dungeon Inspector, because he'll go, that's my name's not Mr. Dungeon Inspector. That's my father. You call me Bill. Like that kind of thing. Whereas Rich would try to say that his last name is Lore, but everybody just calls him Rich. Like he's yeah. I think I did mention the idea of somebody possibly coming up with like ecology for a dungeon, like discussing the ecology of it all. So video game ecologist, who would that be? Or would that be more in Bill? No, Bill Dungeon Inspector is more like he reviews the challenges and structuring of it all. Like much like the structure of a house, he reviews the structures of dungeons and the fairness of the challenges ahead and such. And he goes like, "All right, you reuse this fight here that you used in about 2 areas back. I'm gonna have to dock you 2 points there." Sue biodiversity. Oh, that's a good one. Sue biodiversity. That's a good one. Yeah, I like that. All right, I'm Bill Dungeon Inspector. This is my associate Sue. We're here to review your dungeon. She reviews the ecology of your dungeon, make sure everything looks like it's here where it should be, and I'm here to make sure that it's all laid out nicely and challenged fair. All right, we'll be sure to get out of here before you have your lunchtime. Now, Sue, what do you think about the idea of having this place be filled with bugs? You like bugs, Sue? You think this fits well? And she goes, "Well, God, I wish I could do a full Southern Belle voice." Oh, hello. Bury my body, cover my shell. What meaning in darkness? Yet here I remain. I'll wait here forever, till light blooms again. Bury body, cover shell, darkness, no meaning, dangerous, still remain, light again. And then there's Rich, yeah. And don't pay attention to Rich over there. He's a bit tweaked out. Had one too many of the complimentary coffees that were in the break room. Rich, for God's sake, I told you no on the Starbucks drinks. You need to stop with that. You don't understand, Bill. It doesn't make any sense. Like, what is it about FromSoft having to use Melina and Melania? They sound exactly the same. It's confusing. The lore, Bill, the lore. Oh, that's why I couldn't do it before. Yeah, there we are. All right, we got ourselves a crystal mine here. Tell me, Sue, do you think bugs would fit in an environment like this? Well, bugs are found mostly bugs can be indeed found underground, so it's not too out of the ordinary. How about you, Bill? What do you tend to think about this place? Well, bugs covered in shells, you can't seem to break them because of the crystals, but I do like the aesthetic of it. Very different compared to some of the other places like that there Forgotten Crossroads we were in earlier. I'll definitely make sure to note that down. Different aesthetic. I like this idea we have of a full office worker situation of like office worker style reviewing games situation, like an elder being office working situation where they just review these games and try to figure out like if the games are up to code or not. Forgive the pun. Actually, I'm trying to think. I think that would probably just be straight up inside job. Which is relevant, I suppose, because I recently finished the first part of that show. Good show. I can definitely see why people are pissed that it got canceled. If you haven't seen Inside Job on Netflix, good show. I like it. I haven't finished the whole thing. I just got through the first part of it. It's essentially just about, like, the shadow government and the happenings of the workers there. And let's just say a lot of the writing in it definitely has a fun habit of calling out things. Like, saying the quiet parts out loud kind of situation. Where is Corifer? Cornifer. Okay, yeah, so I shouldn't. Good thing I didn't come here till after getting the mantis claws out. All right, the rotating platforms give a good second or two before the protagonist needs to end up moving, and they get hit when they don't move quick enough. All right, that's a unique idea. Keep it with the mine aesthetic. Yeah, it's a shame about Inside Job. It's just a shame because like that seemed like such a legitimate passion because of how much love and care was given in the animation alone. But you gotta love Netflix and how they handle shows sometimes. You get 6 seasons of Big Mouth and then you get a show that's got legit fun and passion put behind it, and it just dies after a season. Ooh, Grub Friend. I'll get to you, Grub Friend. I need to find Cornifer. Capitalism? See, the thing is that if a show is successful and good, then surely it has to bring in a lot of views and therefore a lot of revenue. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe it didn't get as many views. Maybe it just ended up getting a cult following or something, but I don't know. It just sucks to see shows that seem legitimately fun and investing. And I'm not talking about just animated stuff. Even live action has had their fair share of problems. Like, I think I remember hearing about one show where it was like this woman who was this girl who, or yeah, I think she was I think she was college age. It's about this the main character who was who's a part of a vampire hunter family, and it's a lesbian romance series where she falls in love with a vampire, and apparently it was really cool. And wasn't there another one? I think it was called Battle Nun or something. Warrior Nun, that's it. Merchandising? That is true. But animated series at the very least could allow for merchandising opportunities. Especially if, Inside Job could probably end up having the mushroom character as a plushie alone, and that'd probably sell. Okay, so yeah, Warrior Nun. Apparently that's about a woman who wakes up in a nunnery, and has the abilities, has gained like extreme powers to fight against evil. Although it doesn't look like it got canceled actually, so maybe I was wrong about that. What was that first one I said though? Vampire Hunter TV series, Netflix. What was it? First Kill? No, it wouldn't be vampire. No, I don't think it. No, it wasn't called Vampires. What was it? Damn it, what was that show? It got a lot of buzz because of how well it actually portrayed the romance between two women, and it just and Netflix axed it. Because of course they axe it. First Kill, that was it. First Kill. I believe this was it. Looking for a series to satisfy bloodlust, the series will do. Juliet Letty to her friends is a queer teenage vampire, far more preoccupied with fitting in at her her Savannah high school, then succeeding in her family's long history of bloodsucking. Meanwhile, Cal, the daughter of a monster hunting clan, dreams of being the first supernatural fighter there ever was. Yeah. This was it. First kill. I remember hearing about that, and I thought it sounded really cool. But then they canceled it, I think. Right? Yep. Canceled after one season. Fucking travesty. Because it sounded like a cool idea, you know? Having... And Lord knows it, we could always use some good positive representation in terms of lesbian romance, so it's like, god damn it. They just had to keep fucking their train going, huh? And it sucks, because Netflix in a lot of ways also has promoted a lot of really cool content that has been really fun. I mean, I've mentioned Castlevania numerous times. I was sad when the cartoon Villainous never gained traction in America. That's the one with the guy with the top hat, right? I think that's it. Like, that's the series, right? The one with the guy with the top hat, and I think it was from No. I think it was from Mexico. But yeah, it was, I think I know that one. Although, aired in Mexico, right. Alright, so now you have these indestructible crystal-covered bugs that somehow are able to shoot lasers. Sue, what do you think about the logic of them being able to shoot lasers? Do they have like an internal body source, or am I talking out of my ass here?
Well, I'm not really sure about you talking out your ass, but it is kind of odd for them to be able to generate enough power to make a laser out of their bodies. Because bugs can't really shoot lasers. The closest thing that I can probably think of was that one time where we encountered a laser shooting bug in that Dark Souls game. Or no, it was Bloodborne, that's it. Somehow shot fire.
Anywho. Come scale the mountain. I've heard tale of a summit way up there. Too far for me though, and I'm not really one for heights. But they won't even sub the episodes to watch online. The fans are doing it. Oh, that's the worst. It's like, you clearly have got something that people are really interested in internationally, and I understand hiring translators can be an expense that really isn't worth it, or it can be an expense that you got to consider, but it'd be worth it long term. Like, ugh. But I think another thing that I'm kind of mad about with Netflix is that as far as I know, they still don't have the dub for Monster yet. Which, it's like, yes, I know I could just watch the Japanese with English subtitles, but I want to watch the dub because it's Liam O'Brien, and I fucking love Liam O'Brien. And I also love Keith Silverstein's work, so I want to hear them, you know? Oh, you're fast. There we go. Oh. Just goes away. All right, a bench. Two big chasms, and I can't cross those. But yeah, I get that frustration. I mean, I get that frustration with the Wakfu series and how, for some reason, like, despite them having a new dub cast, they have decided to still not redub the first two seasons, because I fucking hate recommending Wakfu to people only to have to keep putting the asterisk over the series saying, oh, by the way, like, for the first 2 seasons, watch it in French with English subtitles because the OG dub is terrible, but season 3's dub is good. I hate doing that. I hate it. It just make the dub as a whole good, please. Please, for me. I need it. Damn it. Oh, I need it. Uh-oh. Too far. Oh, come on. Wow, that is way faster than I think it is. All right, I'm gonna die if I keep. There we go. You're free. And now all they're shut. And now they're all shut off. Yay. Ooh. Alright, if I can just beat up this thing. Yeah, and then heal up a point. And then zoop. Okay, and then we can just go up and then around. But yeah, I don't know. Just there always is going to be no-brainer things that people just don't want to follow through on or don't even think about. But that's just going to be a thing no matter what, whether it be streaming services being really like out of touch with what their audiences want, or I guess in terms of our earlier conversation, game companies knowing that people want a particular thing only for them to just resell it back for $80 a year. Like there's this hero on the show called Mr. Heed that loses her mind trying to push her mind control powers to their apex so she can make this other hero fall in love with her, and the villains at Black Hat Co. fall in love with her, and the villains at Black Hat Hero Co. have to get her locked up. That would be awesome to see, but we only know about her because of fan animatics from Mexico. It sounded so cool. That is kind of interesting. Huh. So the villain's essentially role reversing, being like, hey, listen, I know you like this guy, but have you thought of maybe just going out for a coffee? Oh, hey, Quirrell. Ah, quite the view, no? I'm not surprised you survived the trek through these shimmering caverns. There's an air of strength about you. I suspect it would be quite intimidating if not for your small stature. Did it sadden you to see those miners below, still laboring at their endless task? Even overcome, strong purpose has been imprinted upon their husks. The crystal ore is said to contain a store of energy, not as powerful as the soul the city dwellers harnessed, but far less lethal. Strange to know such ancient facts. I wonder from where my knowledge comes. At this high vantage, I can just make it out. The light from that sad little town. I doubt its residents could even comprehend the scale of the world that surrounds them. So small it seems. And nothing new from you. Okay. I like Quirrell. He's a neat character. Is it Quirrell or Quirrell? I think it's Quirrell. Aha, I know it's here. Haha.
Ew.
So basically lost potential. Yeah. I mean, we had lost potential with that Batman series that HBO axed off. The one that Bruce Timm was apparently working on. Like, I will admit, I'm somebody who's kind of wishing more things could get exposure than Batman, but Batman's popular for a reason, and if it's going to be a good Bruce Timm's TV series, then who am I to complain? Didn't Netflix say they were picking that up, or did I... Or was that a fan thing that somebody talked about? Because I remember hearing something about that. How, yes, there was indeed a Batman series that was planned, but they just didn't, like Netflix, or HBO Max did the HBO Max thing that we all know and hate and revile with every fibers of our being. All of the fibers. All of the fibers found in the mini wheat cereal. Oh, this was... Oh. Alright. So this was where this was. Let's go this way. Every fiber of my sweater, yeah. But, again, there's no account... Like, anytime you ever see something cool or interesting in terms of a TV series, you always gotta account for fucking executives just wanting to take away a good thing, or not wanting, but just taking away a good thing when they don't realize how good the thing actually is. Again, first kill. Again, literally all of the animated series that people worked super hard on just fucking gets obliterated for no reason. Well, we know the reason, and the reason pisses us off. So, yeah. Oh boy, this is gonna be a toughie. I like that the music's ramping up. God, that was terrible.
That day was terrible timing. That day was terrible timing. Everybody's me meatwad. I found that terrible timing.
All right. Wow. Okay, I'm all the way over there. What's this? I think this is the upgrade. Yup. Hey, Bill, what do you think of this here laser room? See, the laser room, I understand you want to keep the laser stuff, but don't you think the timing between these hits is a little strict? I mean, I understand you want to keep the player on their toes, but what if they're playing a little... yeah, I guess the players play recklessly. That's kind of on them if they get hit and mistime themselves with the lasers. I'm going to have to see a trial run of that before I can make any kind of judgment. All right, Crystal Heart. Yep. So now... Whee! I now have a super dash. Whee! Yeah, I'm not quite confident on that idea. See now, imagine if you were the player in this situation. God, that is a character that needs to be given a face. Bill Dungeon Inspector. But yeah, I think that's all there is here. So now we just have these two giant chasms that we can cross. But yeah, that dash I think actually goes through multiple rooms if you time it. If like you're positioned well enough, it actually goes through multiple rooms. But for my purposes, whee! There we are. Yeah, and I think this just takes me all the way to the front. Yep. That classic Shine Spark from Metroid there. Yeah, except it doesn't destroy enemies when you go through everything. Like, when you're using it, you don't destroy enemies that you run through. You just you just take damage. So not as good, sadly, or as good as the wolf ability from Symphony of the Night. Although, I'm gonna be honest, I never really found much use for the wolf ability. Like, I barely found myself really able to use that when I played Symphony of the Night. Okay. So now we just go across the other chasm. And then... yeah, it's kind of it for this area. I do find it quite clever that you actually have these little breaks in the columns to show like that the players do have a chance of being able to cross over a wall and not get hit immediately by the lasers. You know, a little bit of breathing room. I like that. That's quite a nice little quality of life thing you have here. But yeah, I think you can stop. Yep, you can stop yourself. What the hell? My D-pad just straight up didn't want to work function there. Work function? Work properly. I don't know what work function is. That's just... that there is an incorrect statement. I don't know what a work function is, but you just made up a new terminology. Hey, friend. Oh no, you're not a friend! You look like, that looked like one of the... oh god, what did that look like? It looked like an alien that would appear on 123 Penguins. Or, wait, is it 123 Penguins? No, it's 321 Penguins. That was the show. A work function is a corporate mandated party where you have to talk to your coworkers. Oh. Ugh. Yeah, no thank you. Like, I see enough of my coworkers at work. I don't really feel like knowing more of them. Like, I'll have casual conversations sometimes, but not much further than that, please. I like to kind of keep work and home stuff separate. I believe this may be Dirtmouth.
Really?
Ah, hello again. How have you been? How have you been faring? Have you come to see because of your regrets? Let me peer into you. Ah, you don't appear to have any lingering regrets. How lucky for you. You don't need the service of one such as I. Okay, so that's the guy you go to. We discovered him before, but that's the guy you go to when you're unsure if you have any side quests that you need to keep going with. They're apparently called your regrets. What's this place? Ooh! I'll take that. The White Savior. The maiden woke in darkness. Confused, she reached out. Sharp brambles jabbed at all sides. Burning acid bubbles close below. What nightmare had led her here? What hope of survival remained? Doomed she thought herself, and to despair she fell, until a light bloomed far in the distance, a bright, glowing spot fast approaching. It swept majestic about the thorns, leapt above burning waters, and dove towards the maiden. Coming close, the form revealed at last, a beautiful being. Sharp horns gleaming white, arms reached out for the damsel, gathering her up, gripping firm. Okay. All right.
Bapanada.
Scarab marker, shell marker, token marker, gleamer marker. I want to find the vendor pin. And then
Bapanada.
blue cocoons. I don't really need that. I do want that though. Hot spring pin, sure. Oh, sure. I'll just buy up these pins. Why not? Because I think the pins are different than the badges, right? The pins are different than the badges. Okay. Good. God, I feel dumb. Good to know. Oh, hello. Oh, right. I discovered this before. Sounds like how the White King found the Pale Queen. Perhaps it's a reference. Maybe it's a reference. Can I talk to her? No? Okay. That lovely young lass returned to us. I must admit, I'd placed thin odds on her survival. She seems to think very highly of her rescuer, some sort of dashing warrior type. Barely stopped gushing about since she got back. The warrior must have passed down below whilst I was taking a nap. Such a shame. I'd have loved to meet so impressive a bug. All right. Loom lantern. Damn it! I need 100 more. I'd actually be able to have my light. It doesn't cost anything either. So this charm grants you more time to recover after taking... Oh, that'd be good, actually. Yeah. I'll get this, then I'll get 500 more Geo to... Or 300 more Geo to buy the, To buy the lantern. Wait. Was that a trick of the light or something, or did I see her blushing? I think I saw her blush, right? I saw a little pink there. Yeah! Oh, that's cute. Oh. Oh, I like that. That's adorable. Oh. All right. Let's see. Forgotten Crossroads. We've gotten pretty much everything here, save for this area to the City of Tears. There's this one spot over there in the Royal Waterways, but I have no real reliable way of getting there quite yet. I guess it's to Fog Canyon. All right. Yeah, let's take it to Queen Station, then we'll be good. She watched you walk off screen too. Did she? Oh, that's cute. I like that. That's adorable. And again, like, I've stated many a time before how I love it when small details are given in games that would seem very inconsequential in the grand scheme of things, but when they're there and you notice them, it's really nice to see. That's what that's like. That, like, things like that. It's such a small thing. Like a lot of the stuff that I noticed in the Yakuza cutscenes, or I don't know how to put it. It's just really nice. Speaking of nice, this place must once have been quite the hub, built at the border between two lands. That misty drop to one side and those bulbous growths another. Neither place seems particularly welcoming, so while my little treats last, I think I'll stay right here. I think I talked to you before and you told me that exact thing. All right, let's go to the canyon. Okay. And here we have electric jellyfish. Didn't really feel like talking to that person. So I mentioned this at the first part, but this is kind of a re-attempt of the playthrough. And this reattempt means essentially, like, I do remember details and spoilers about some things that I've seen and played. And one of the things that I remember is that lady is indeed a bank. Like a bank for you to deposit your geo, except at some point you actually discover that her bank's a sham, and then she just took all your geo and ran. Ow! God damn, that hurts. Makes the world feel more alive to have those little details. Yeah. It makes you feel like they also cared, you know? They cared about the work they did on this project. Like how easy would it have been for the way one character interacts with another to be very normal and, dare I say the word, sterile and just basic. You know, it's like, okay, you get some kind of deal with their character. You get an idea of their character by how they talk, but then it's like, oh well, how about how they move, how they sit, how they drink their beer or something, you know? Like, do they have a more relaxed posture, or are they just straight up like only standing, perfect posture always, you know? I just like that stuff. I like seeing these tiny things that they decide to keep including. Or by they, I mean, I like it when games include this kind of stuff, because as I said, it makes things feel more alive and realized. Again, like, I think of the idle animation of Sonic in one of the Sonic games, where it's like, yeah, if you spend too long not playing, he'll just straight up leave. I thought there was a platform there. What is this? Oh, you are so cute. Oh, I hate that I kill you in one hit. All right, what's in here? Overgrown mound. Ow. Why am I taking so much damage? Get a health. Oh. Okay. Pretty sure if you complete your map, then damn it. Pretty sure if you complete your map, then Cornifer goes home to his wife and she's happier. Yeah. She'd just be like, it's nice to actually have my husband home for a change. Now we finally get to sit around and and marathon How I Met Your Mother all day. And then Cornifer's like, please, whatever deity's listening, please, can we put on something different? Oh, hello. That's new. Howling Wraiths. While holding up to unleash the Wraiths. Ooh. Well, I need to heal instead of do that. Oh, that was a nice find. Oh, God. Sorry, my neck's been giving me problems all day. Oh! Oh, did you hear that? Oh. Yeah, I've been feeling really stiff today. All right, where am... I can't... Don't think I can pass through that. And I can't pass through that. Okay. The image looks like you just have to have the screams of the damned in your ears. What's up with the cartilage in your neck? I slept funny. I hate that... Don't you just love being in your mid-20s where it's like... things that you didn't think you'd have to worry about till probably in your mid-40s or early 50s you start feeling now, where it's like, oh man, just constant like sleep issues and constant back problems, you know? Like I watching a podcast episode once I saw where it's like, oh no, as a kid, like you get like hit by something really hard, or you fall down a full flight of stairs. Now you get back up, it's like, nah, just walk it off. And then suddenly, like, in your mid-20s, you step on the curb funny, and you're like, I think my foot's broken. Like, oh, suddenly I slept on my bed funny, which is something that I can't consciously control as much as I'd love to. Congratulations, I woke up with a sore neck and bad shoulder, and now I can't do my workout. Just, damn it. I hate it so much. I hate that. I hate that. It's not good. Hey, there he is. Oh, that barrier. Okay. It'll take 6 years to heal and it will never be the same again. Yeah. Hey, how'd you get that? Hey, where'd that surgery scar come from? I had to get surgery on my foot I had to get surgery on my hand for something. Oh, what happened? My hand twisted funny while I was trying to fix the drywall in my house. Just... Or no, actually no, it'd be a brace. Like, hey man, why you got a brace on your hand? I tried to fix my drywall and my wrist twisted in a weird way. like twisted in a slightly weird way. Okay, so I'm back in Green Path from the looks of this. Yeah, I'm back in Green Path. Huh. Actually, wait. There was a thing I can use the super dash for, I think, right? Or no? Also, I think with I think I definitely need to I think I need to get a different upgrade to get the map for Fog Canyon, so I think that's really all I can do there. So I guess next is Deep Nest. My joints just pop and lock, and I'm like I made a bubble wrap. I just end up wringing my joints like a towel. That's really it. I just wring my joints like sometimes, and it really helps, but sometimes there's like 1 or 2 problems with my neck or back that I can't fix on my own, and I need some extra help for. But sad thing is that extra help ends up costing some money. Okay, no, I've already been here. Yeah, so I guess Deep Nest it is. So we've got to go quite a bit of way around. Oh wait, there's something up there I missed. It's a bit of a ways up, but I think I can go. I think I'll give that a look, and then I may end the stream for the night. Maybe go into Deep Nest. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, wait, if I go to the hunter, what does he say about my current progress? Ow. What's scarier, something appearing from above or below you? Below. Below, because above at the very least could allow for a better point of view. Like, I think back to that one moment I had in the Outer Wilds when I first encountered the anglerfish. And those could appear from damn near any angle depending on how you enter their inhabitants. And yeah, it's not very pretty. It's never very pretty. So yeah, I'd say below. Like above is not ideal, but at the very least with above, you know, you could potentially get some kind of way to indicate like, hey, move, you know? I need to go back to that old man, too. Like the grub person. All right. Hunter.
I knew it. I'd seen it right. That hunter's quality, Hollow Nest's creatures fall in your path. Don't stop now, little squib. Many more there are still to find and stalk and kill.
Cool, Craven the Hunter. There we are. Okay, so that's left. What do you think is more important to setting up an enemy in a game, their lair or their sound effects? Lair, because honestly, there are definitely plenty of video game enemies that feel like they fit the location and look like they fit the location, but don't really have a sound effect that happens when they die. If anything, it's probably more important that the sound it's more important that the impact on the enemy sounds good over the enemy itself sounding good. Unless, I don't know, they decide to make some kind of like all auditory game where it's like you only have the audio to guide you in terms of like direction in the area, but I think that'd be a really tough game to do. But yeah, I think where they are, their lair, because though sound is important, I mean, most of the time in game development, and I could be wrong on this, is figuring out the look and feel of an enemy's animations and attacks. And then they start coding in things like, you know, the AI that plays out the animations and attacks, and then they figure out the sounds after that. I think. Again, I'm not a game dev. I may be talking completely out of my ass here. Ever play Limbo? I have heard of it, and I believe they also made that game Inside, and I know why. Oh, I know what this is. Yeah. This is the beginning area of the game. And I think I don't really need to be here. I don't think there's anything that I missed. But yeah, I've not played it, but I know of it. I haven't, and I didn't get spoiled by like a full playthrough or anything. So possibly for a Halloween stream, but again, it really depends on how able to afford things I may or may not be, you know? Like how, like if I'm able to afford something or not, it really all depends on that. Yeah, then it was here, and then I turned this way, and then I got that badge. And now that I have the mantis claw, I heard a friend. Where was he? Okay, I guess I just... There he is. Oh, God, how do I get to you? There you are. What's down here? Oh. All right, then we'll go into Deep Nest and find the first bench there, and then I think that may be where I ended for the night. Because we made some fair progress, I think. We got some upgrades. We went through some areas, beat a boss. Yeah, I think we got a good amount of things found and donezoed. Howling Cliffs. New area. Hello. There we go. Wait. Wall. Always at least one. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. These blasted plains stretch never-ending. There is no world beyond. Those foolish enough to traverse this void must pay the toll and relinquish the precious mind this kingdom grants. Okay, good to know. Scarier enemy following you in the dark or disguised as a friendly avatar. That depends on the genre, I'd say. Although... Oh! I hear another friend.
Make him noise.
Enjoying the bracing air? Quite close to Hollownest's borders and we're quite close to Hollownest's borders and those desolate plains that surround it. In this discretion, I am about as far as I'm willing to go, though it's been a pleasant change from the night. I'm about as far as I'm willing to go, though it's been a pleasant change from the tight confines of the caverns. I've drawn out a small map for the area. It's a simple one, and more for the completion, really. Not knowing the full extent of a region can be quite frustrating. Yeah. Honestly, though, like, the friendly avatar thing is kind of done for mostly story purposes, if I'm being honest. Kind of like that one girl in Ebe. If there's anything that I know about when it comes to Ebe, it's that the blonde girl is not to be trusted. She is the sus imposter. She is the Among Us sus imposter. No, I don't want to. No. Okay, thank God. But yeah, if we're talking gameplay-wise, I guess enemy that endlessly chases you, because that's something like you could theoretically spend your resources on and it still comes at you. God damn it, I messed up again. Okay. Tight platforming. There. All right, I was just seeing if there was anything below that, but it didn't look like it. There. And then this way. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there go my dogs. They're excited about something. Yeah, I think maybe once I reach Deep Nest, that'll be where we end for the night. Ooh, what's in here? Again, y'all probably aren't hearing my dogs. I just have sharp hearing, but yeah, they were barking at something. Yeah, what's in here?
Ah, well met. Yes, I thought I could sense the aura of a fierce warrior approaching. I'm impressed you found my sanctuary here at the top of the world. No doubt you've endured many trials and overcome many foes in your quest to find me. Don't speak a word. I, Nail Master Mato, who was taught the art of the nail by the great nail sage himself, hereby accept you as my pupil. Let us begin the lesson immediately.
Yeah. Heard the doggos? Ah, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, now I have a Link style charge slash.
Your form, exquisite. Now I know how my own master felt when he passed down his teachings to us. I hope you don't think me too forward when I say that I consider you to be my child. Yes, when I saw you perform my nail art, I felt a bond between us suddenly flash into existence. You honor me beyond words, my pupil. Thank you.
Bam. Finelo. Bam. Finelo.
Sign these adoption... Yeah, you are now my child. Sign these adoption papers. And here your last name will now be officially changed to Nail Master.
But yeah, you ready for a cool Breath of the Wild style moment? Whee! Oh. All right. I've got 16. Damn it, it's not enough to afford the lantern still.
You have returned, my child. Have some soup.
I can't. Well, I don't know what a canonical voice for the main character would be.
You have returned, my child. Are you ready to hit the gritty in Fortnite?
Oh god, as soon as I said that, I immediately hated that statement. God. Do you ever just feel the visceral, like, the guttural just wrenching when you say a particular phrase? I feel that whenever I say sus or Fortnite. Hollow Knight sips soup. Yeah. Just sip the soup. That's eerie. I just heard crowd chatter. Like the rumbles of a crowd talking. Oh, that's creepy. I don't think I ever heard that when I played this game in the past. I don't know if y'all heard that too, or if I'm going crazy. That was a nice detail. Really shows how much of a ghost this place is. All right, so it's Mantis Village and then to the left. What you are feeling is... Wait. What you are feeling is the grading of generations. You'll never understand them, and they will know you... You will never understand them, and you will neither. And they will you need... Huh? I get the message of the statement, but I think... Oh, God. Syntax. Silly. Yes. Yeah, syntax. Little syntax error. I was kind of breaking a little bit because I was like, hold on, what? Pardon? But squeeze me? Was there anything up here that I missed? Or was it just a bunch of these cute little floaters? I think it was just a bunch of those cute floaters. Yep. Cute floaters. Show them a button dial phone and they will be astounded and confused. Yeah. Show that to the nail master and he'd probably just be like, "Can I slice it with... I don't know what this dial-up phone is. Is it an enemy to which I can use my nail skills against?" Okay, that's not an area I can go to. Yeah, Mantis Village, and then we go this way. To Deep Nest. Nailmaster's mortal enemy, telemarketers. I don't know what my car's extended warranty is. I don't even know what a car is. Please, what is a car? Is it something I can fight with my nail master skills? Mantis Lords are cool. I like the Mantis Lords. They're a cool boss. Alright, and then Corifer left here. So here we are at Deep Nest. I'm just going to try and find the nearest bench. And then that's where I might end it today. Because we have been going for almost 3 hours now, so... Yeah, this is usually whenever I start to... I've been trying to keep my streams on a relatively more concise side of things because... Yeah, I would say I have the endurance to do longer streams, but... How do I put this? Shorter streams are kind of better for the kind of viewership that I tend to get. Like, different strokes, I guess. And also, my neck does indeed hurt, and I want to rest my neck after this. Hollow Knight dabs in general direction. Oh, God. I don't want to see that. I don't want that. First off, dabbing's dead. It's been dead for years. Yeah, there's just certain video game characters that There are some that I could see dabbing, but others I never want to even see them attempt even the motion to do it, let alone actually doing it. Dabbing may be dead, but I practice dance necromancy. Oh, God. No! Not dance necromancy. Besides, dab's not even a dance. It's just a thing. It's just a thing that I think Logan Paul did before his reputation was even more shit. Like it was back when Logan Paul was cringe but now he's more than just cringe. He's an asshole and a cringe lord. God, the Pauls are such fucking horrible people. They're so awful. Aggressively does Thriller. Oh, yeah. See, at the very least, that's a bit more dignified than dabbing. Also, I can't seem to find the progress point to get to a bench. But yeah, I already knew I never wanted to associate with those YouTubers in any capacity, but especially after that shit that he pulled back in 2018. I think it was it was a New Year's Day, and I think it was either 2018 or 19 where he went to Japan and did that awful thing. But apparently he did another awful thing, where he had bought a teacup pig for the sake of viral content, but then when the pig grew into an adult or got a lot larger, he just didn't give any care for it. But that pig did get rescued and is now in a much happier place, but even more of a reason to hate that guy. Just, God, fuck that guy. He's such an ass. Just, ugh. Never watched those guys. Glad I didn't. Yeah, I never watched those guys too. Glad I didn't. And honestly, yeah, like, they're just. Ugh. I'm not even gonna give them the dignity. I'm not even gonna give them any more time on my channel than I already have. Because, I mean, Lord knows they probably don't care about the criticisms they're getting unless it's super massive, like what Logan did. Twice. Like the two awful things that Logan did. Well, actually, no, the one awful thing Logan did, he did apologize for. And then the other awful thing, he hasn't said shit about. So, yeah. Okay. But yeah, I guess just watch Markiplier. I haven't, but just watch Markiplier instead. Honestly, that's the moral of the story. Just watch Markiplier or Germa if you want to go on the more streaming route stuff. There are a lot of legitimately great people out there who have a large voice on a platform. It's just sometimes you get some apples that are like, you get some apples that probably give you stomach problems from looking at them, and the Pauls are easily those. Thank goodness for Mr. Beast and his philanthropy. Yeah. And honestly, kind of aggravated at people giving Mr. Beast shit for doing a good deed. Even, like, was it kind of for the clout situation? Yeah. But the thing is like, he didn't, they're treating him helping people be cured of their blindness like what Logan Paul did in Japan. And it's like, why are you treating it like, what? It's like, it's not even apples to oranges, guys. Like, come on. Ugh, I don't know. I'm not gonna dip my toe too far into that pond because Lord knows that pond's already got a lot of toes dipped in it. I can already see the toe jam in that pond. But what I am gonna do is stop for the night because been going for almost 3 hours and I think we've made plenty of progress. Let me take a look at the full map to really get a scope of things. Yeah. Big progress made. Still got a lot of ways to go in Deep Nest, but that's something we can tackle next time we stream this. Alright. Well, thank you all for joining me tonight. It has been an absolute pleasure as always. I'll just make sure to keep you guys updated regarding stream news and things along those lines. And we'll just kind of see where things go from here. So yeah, take care of yourselves, everybody. Stay hydrated. Keep your postures checked. Don't end up with a bad shoulder and neck like I did. And I'll see you then. Bye.